Well, today's an exciting day for Angelo State football. Great signing class 2013. Feel really good about our high school kids. We do have a couple that are, hopefully we'll hear more from today or tomorrow. Um, they're just kind of getting everything decided. But overall, I thought that we hit on everything that we were looking for this recruiting year. And the one major emphasis on defense was speed. We think that's a huge component of winning week in and week out on the defensive side of the ball as well as offense. But we needed to upgrade there a little bit in a couple of the spots and feel really good about that. From an offensive standpoint, any time that you can have success recruiting offensive linemen like we have the past 2 years, you got to feel really good about it. And signed two really, or we've got one commitment right now at the receiver spot, waiting on another one. Just get his paperwork in today. Feel really good about, and it's going to add a little bit more speed at the receiver spot and more of a physical presence out there too. And so feel really good about everything. Our guys worked their tails off this year, and can't wait to see these guys come fall. Well, I think each year you build on what you started, and I think our philosophy and what we're doing, and getting our kids that are currently here believing in what we're doing, and then that just carries over to the recruits that are coming in. Our current players do a great job when it comes to recruiting and selling the program. They're our best recruiters. Anytime that our recruits have a chance to visit with our current players, they can see the excitement that we have going on here at Angelo State, and that helps us win over a lot of kids that way. Not for us. I feel really good about all of them. They were all of our top recruits at those spots, and we were very fortunate to get them. And recruiting's crazy, and you won't know until maybe come fall or a year down the road how they're going to develop and turn out. But we got some great kids. Not only they're great players, but they're great individuals, and so. Right now, I don't say there's one top one right now. We feel really good about all of them, and look forward to them developing here at Angelo State. Our coaches give me a hard time. It seems like we always got to sign a kid from Permian every year, but I just tell them it's because that's where all the athletes are. But no, we are very fortunate to get Andre. We feel like he'll be a great offensive line for us, and we know his background, the program that they come from. Their tradition and the things that Coach Gaines really say about Andre, his character and his playing ability, that really sold us on him. Right. I always thought that coming into taking the job here at Angelo State, that it was important for us to get back and recruit West Texas. And there's some great kids out here. You just got to work a little bit harder finding them. I mean that you got to drive a lot more than you would in Dallas and Houston and San Antonio, and so. We've really put a great effort into recruiting those kids. There's great players, and then it also helps us with support here in the community as well, knowing that the kids they supported in high school are also going to be playing here at Angelo State. And so we're excited about them, and hopefully we can keep that trend going. He's a student at New Mexico Military Institute, and Coach Walton, coach there, knows the head coach very well, and we're always looking for transfers to come in and fill some spots and come in and make an immediate impact on defense. And Blair was that guy, and he's just, he worked his way down from Canada to the States and wanted to play American football and get down here and have exposure to it. And so it just worked out that we were very fortunate to get him. All right. Well, I think that's what made him a great player in the high school level because playing both ways and knowing what to expect from offensive side and defensive side. Trent has a very good knack for the ball. Just watching him on video, he's always around plays. If he's not making the tackle, he's around it. And he works hard. And we're excited to have him and be a part of the Angelo State football. But overall, just his knowledge about the game, his instincts are what set him apart. Yeah, Cade, he's kind of unique in the fact that he played offensive line his junior year and was moved to tight end. Usually it's the other way around. You go from tight end to offensive line. And when Coach Phillips came in, just saw his athletic ability, and Cade was out there playing 7-on-7 and did a great job catching the ball. And so got moved to tight end, and that's the one thing that probably sets him apart from some of the other tight ends is run blocking experience and how well he does that, because playing the offensive line he had to do a lot of it. And so, but he's a great athlete, and look for him doing some different things and helping us in both sides of the ball. Well, we're looking for Rhett to come in and have an immediate impact with us graduating Jared Martin this past season. And so we do have some other kickers on the roster right now that will be competing with Rhett. And, Rhett's got a great range. Most of his kickoffs were either in the end zone or out of it as a kickoff expertise. And then from a field goal range, I would say anything under 40, he's going to be money. And so love his accuracy. He's a soccer player. And so, he's left-footed, which is a little bit different. So now we got a left-footed punter and left-footed kicker. So, but, he's nothing rattles Rhett, and he's got a great demeanor, and look for big things from him. It all is based on fall practice. We're not going to sit there and tell a kid coming in right away that he's redshirt. I want these kids to come in and compete, and I just feel like if you let them know right now, then they might slack off a little bit in the summer, knowing that they're not going to play. So we tell these kids we want them to come in and compete and push our kids that are here and make everyone better. And if it works out that they win that spot, then we're going to play them. But if not, then we hope to redshirt them and let them develop as a player before we can really get good 4 years out of them. Well, we needed more depth at that area. Year before we recruited heavily at the defensive line and did a great job there. We probably didn't recruit as many guys on the back end that we needed to, so we made up for some misses there. And then if you just look at how the game has evolved with everyone going spread, then I think you need a lot more defensive backs as well to help cover that with the up-tempo to keep guys fresh out there as well. Jacob Birch, he's a kid that's actually going through spring workouts with us right now, graduated early. Jacob's father is an alum of Angelo State. Jacob was a great player in high school, and it worked out that he could graduate in time to get out here and start in spring ball. And Jacob's done a great job hitting the road or working himself right into it. You wouldn't know that he's a high school senior right now, going through workouts. And so, Jacob's in a position that he's got some good players in front of him right now, so we just kind of look forward to seeing him develop this spring and see where he ends up coming in the fall. Yeah, when you're recruiting the state of Texas, you got a wide area to cover, and so our guys did a great job. We were probably on the road a little bit more this year than we were last in comparison. We actually had an extra recruiting weekend, so we had 4 weekends where we had recruits on campus, and so it seemed like it was drawn out a lot longer this season compared to last. But our guys did a great job getting in homes, finding the type of kids that we're looking for to fit our offense and our defense. And, a lot goes out to those guys in the relationships that they've developed with the kids and their family. And a lot of it, too, that don't get mentioned in the recruiting process are the wives in this whole process. Most of my coaches have young kids, and so they're away from home. And so the job that the wives do at home, keeping the families together and the support they give us, I think needs to get recognized more than anything. Well, that's great from a recruiting standpoint, because everyone knows what we're looking for, and they know where we need to fill in our voids and our weaknesses and our strengths. And so anytime you have a staff that's been there and for consistency purposes when you're recruiting a kid, those are huge selling points. And, those kids want to come in and feel comfortable and feel like there's going to be consistency while they're there. And so that plays a huge part in the recruiting process.